Well, folks, they're at it again. We have enough footage for not only 1 top fails, not only 2, not only 3 more, but 4 more before the end of the year. I've done almost 100 of these. I'm disgusted. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea. You know that. I know that. Wiggum, my bulldog, knows that. I just pointed over there. He's not even over there. What am I doing? Anyways, like, subscribe, and comment, and let's go ahead and get into the cringe, the tomfoolery, the misinformation, and just the ridiculousness that is this video. A little mean girl disclaimer for you. I don't necessarily know anyone that I put in my videos. I don't need to. These are just submissions that y'all send to me. If you would like to make a submission, directions to do so are in the description box below, so feel free to do that. But continuing with this little disclaimer, this is not bullying. This is me reacting to content that was put out on the internet publicly, but also not bullying, not hateful. I wish nothing but the absolute best happiness, success, safety, calmness, love, all that for the people that I'm showcasing in these videos. I don't know them. I don't need to. That's it. Nothing personal. We've reacted to this girl a few times, but this was hilarious. So we are going to go ahead and, and watch this one. Poor girl. Also, she talks super slow, so yes, I have sped this up.
If you were in that live, I am so sorry. And if you were not, we're gonna reschedule. Let me just tell you what happened, okay? So we're talking for like 20 minutes. Everything's going great. We're sharing amazing information. Everything's amazing. Me and Melina are having a great time. Somebody comments, her name is Emma. She comments and she's like, hey, can I hop on your live? And Melina's like, are you okay with Emma hopping on? She's one of the leaders that's at the Bahamas right now. Monat has like a earned trip that they have going on right now where a bunch of girls are in the Bahamas. And she's like, she's in the Bahamas right now. Let's have her jump on. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't know her. That sounds awesome. And so she requests Emma to join. Emma is a man and he had no clothes on. Apparently this loser has nothing else better to do with his time than create fake accounts for Monat leaders and then hop on other Monat girls' lives to molest the viewers visually. So
okay, so one, she said we were sharing amazing info. Everything was amazing. I doubt it was. It's usually not amazing info. It's usually not helpful. It's usually very vague in mindset. And this is my sob story. And I lived in a basement and had 17 eyeballs and 5 legs and couldn't afford groceries and was eating peanuts off the ground. And now I am making so much money, even though I don't even have to work. My husband makes enough money and, you know, stuff like that. Why would you not triple check that the person that you're about to have come on your Instagram live, which is solely for the purpose of trying to recruit people, why wouldn't you triple check like who they are? Do your due diligence, which a lot of these people don't do, unfortunately. Also, that is hilarious. Arguably, absolutely hilarious. Also, like, illegal and gross. Don't do that. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. Also, berating these people in their comment sections. Not helpful. Don't do that. Being rude to them. Not helpful. Of course, you can be, you know, assertive and, you know, not really have any emotion in comments, period. And people will take you as being rude. Happens to me every day, every single day of my life. But yeah, so just keep that in mind, please. That's not helpful. Don't do that. It's pretty counterproductive and pushes people further into the commercial cult or scam that they're a part of. Hilarious, but also gross. Don't do it. No one wants to see your wiener. Let's be honest. Wieners are not attractive. Female body, absolutely gorgeous. Male bodies, sometimes they're pretty, but wieners, no one wants to see your gonzo nose, okay? Thank you. Especially if it's unsolicited. I mean, maybe someone wants to see it, but unless they're consenting and of age and ask for it, don't send it.
we reported the account, we blocked the account, but word to the wise, even if you think you know the person, do not let random people on your live, apparently. Oh my goodness. But anyway, if you saw that, so sorry. And if you didn't have a chance to hop on the live, we also had some internet issues. So I saw a couple of my followers that hopped on the first time around and then the internet went out and we had to start again. So maybe we're just not meant to go live right now, Melina. But we are going to reschedule and it's going to go a lot better this time.
How many people do you, like those poor girls, how many people do you think that they were actually able to recruit from that? Because not only were people's, like she said, eyeballs just molested by someone's unsolicited peen, but then also like all these connection issues and all that. I mean, we've seen how she talks. She's not super eloquent. No offense to her, but from what I have seen, she's not. And a lot of the information that she shares is false. So inaccurate, let's say that instead. Obviously, those are synonyms, but inaccurate sounds nicer. It's just so all over the place. It's just so unprofessional. And yes, you can be raw and real and genuine and approachable and all that and still remain professional.
We'll say it's a pyramid scheme. Why? What about Monat separates it from a money grab or setting girls up to just like, because there's a lot of pyramid schemes out there, and people look at affiliate marketing or anything that like you're kind of going on the back of a bigger name, a brand that's already done it. What disproves what makes it good? Like tell me about it.
Wait, what was the last question? What makes it good?
Like, yeah, so like a hater will say, oh, like, you know, she's all wrapped up in a pyramid scheme. Why is it not?
Sure. Pyramid schemes are illegal.
Okay, first of all, you already know what she's going to say. No offense to this man. Again, I don't know who they are or what podcast they're going with. Why are y'all on a balcony at a beach? Very windy. You can hear it. And she doesn't even have... Why don't you have an extra microphone? She doesn't have a microphone. She's going off of her phone. Are you going to ask her 45 questions within one question? Like, not a good interviewer from what I've seen already. She thinks she did something with this answer, and it's hilarious. And we're going to hear her very eloquent answer to, what do you say to people who tell you Monat is a pyramid scheme?
Pyramid schemes are illegal. So pyramid schemes don't actually have any product. And Monat sells...
Okay. Illegal things, you're right, pyramid schemes are illegal, and illegal things still exist. There are still companies to this day that are actively being sued by the FTC and by the attorney, the state, wherever it is, state attorney generals, and by certain governments for being pyramid schemes. Herbalife was actually closed down in India for being a pyramid scheme. There have been many multi-level marketing companies that have operated as pyramid schemes and that have been shut down or forced to restructure their company.
Product. So I'm
good ones too. I use Monat.
Yeah, B uses
I'm
Monat.
biased, but you know, it's good stuff.
Hair,
Go ahead.
skin, wellness, energy. Yeah, we got him on it. No, seriously, like if there was actually something out there that was going to harm you, it would be shut down by the FTC, which is the Federal Trade.
Just because you have not been shut down yet does not mean that you will not, and that does not mean that you are not currently doing the thing that you could be shut down for. It just means you haven't been caught yet, or they just haven't shut you down yet. The FTC is actually a pretty small organization. I mean, you would think it's huge, kind of like YouTube. I mean, that's a massive company, but they actually don't have a lot of people working there compared to what you would think. And the same goes for the FTC as well. You know, they wish they could do a lot more. My contacts there have told me that they wish they could do a lot more and shut down a lot more of these companies, but there's a lot of red tape that goes into that.
Commission. And so everything that is in the multi-level marketing area of marketing businesses, like in that industry, like that is all being checked by the FTC. Like everything has to be regulated.
Yes, everything has to be regulated in multi-level marketing. And why do you think that? I mean, yeah, every corporate, you know, company is regulated, follows certain laws, but there are such strict laws and regulations and policies that multi-level marketing companies have to abide by because it is such an environment and, you know, such an industry that just breeds scammy behavior because it's just so chaotic. And I don't want to say unregulated, but the company can do one thing, but then the company isn't necessarily held responsible for their 1099 contracted salespeople. To a certain degree, sure, but as long as the multi-level marketing company puts out the information, you know, in their policy and procedures, then they can say, oh, well, we put it out there, but yet if your reps aren't following it, like who's going to get in trouble? Sure, the MLM can, but it's primarily going to be the distributor and not the MLM. So there is that lack of accountability there.
And so you don't have to be, I think people think they need to protect people from partnering with brands. And you really don't have to be nervous about it. Like if there was for any reason that you...
This is a non-answer. It's just laughable that this was like made into a reel that, again, they think they did something with when it really is a non-answer because it isn't really an answer to the question that was actually asked. What do you say to people when they say, well, this is a pyramid scheme? Well, I tell them that this isn't a pyramid scheme because it sells products. Like a company selling products is not what makes it a pyramid scheme. What makes it a pyramid scheme is the recruiting. If you want to know the answer to the very commonly asked question, is this a pyramid scheme? You need to look at the compensation plan. Are you compensated more and enticed more to build a team and to recruit people? Is that where the money's really made? Then guess what? It's probably a pyramid scheme.
Any reason that you were like, you know what, I don't like this, like, okay, tap out.
It's not from partnering with brands. Also, yeah, consumer education and consumer awareness, that aspect or genre or subgenre of commentary is huge for a reason. And putting this information out there is extremely important. Of course, people can do what they want, but having that information out there and the truth out there is very, very important. Having the information shared from someone who isn't going to make money if you join that company or not. And it's interesting that she says, oh, well, you know, if it's not for you, then just tap out. You're making it sound like it's not a commercial cult when it very much so is. If you go up to your upline and say, this isn't working for me, I need to leave. If it was so easy to leave, then they'd be like, okay, here you go. I'm going to, you know, send you all these links and show you exactly what to do so that you can cancel everything. It's probably not going to go that easily. They'll probably be like, oh no, we can work on this and this and this and this. Because if you leave, they lose money or lose a rank or everything like that, right?
Listen up, friends. People always ask me, how are you staying in shape with all the junk that you're eating? Well, I'm about to tell you. And it is a simple one. And guess what? It's
the cuts, the editing, the cadence, the facial expressions. It's so annoying. This guy has like a okay following, and look at the shares and the saves on this reel. Like, that is so upsetting.
not exercise. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you not to exercise. If you have the ability and the time to exercise, exercise. However, for people who have 8-hour days, they come home, they got to worry about their kids and feeding them and taking them to bed. They don't got time to go to the gym. I get it. There's a lot of us out there. But I want to show you something that works. And no, it's not pills. It's a simple flavored box called Ketones. Now, for some of you who know about this, you're going to say, oh, he's just sponsored for this. Yeah, I asked to be sponsored because I take it and it works. As you can see, this is how I started and this is where I'm at. And I have maintained ever since.
It's very interesting because it's like, okay, so is he actually sponsored? Most MLMs don't do that. Or is he a rep for them? Pretty sure he's just a rep for them. There are a lot of influencers on, especially TikTok, who won't necessarily be on like the training calls or anything like that. I guess like this guy too, who are in Pruvit, but aren't, like, I don't want to say they're not actively in Pruvit because like they are, but they aren't actually going to be like your upline, right? It's kind of like when famous people join MLMs, it's extremely like even more unethical because people will just want to try to be close to them and will join for just the reason of trying to have access to them. When realistically, they're not the one on training calls. They're not the ones at these events. It's wild. Also, does he say prove it or is he just saying ketones? Stay in shape while not working out and continue to eat garbage because of this box of flavored powder. That's false. More plates, more dates. That YouTube channel, I need him to talk about Pruvit ketones and how they are. I should see if he'll let me interview him. I doubt I could even get in contact with him, but I will email him every day because I need that. He is an expert. I need to talk to him.
Pretty simple how it works. It's a flavored powder that you add to water and drink it. But what does it do to my body? Pretty simple. Your liver produces ketones. Everyone's liver. Some people's liver produces more ketones. Case in point, skinny people. If your body produces enough ketones, you fall into a state of ketosis. Pretty much a skinny man's metabolism. That's why skinny people can eat a whole pizza pie and not gain anything. Whereas people like me, we look at it and we're screwed. So basically what happens is your internal ketones from your liver added to external ketones from the powder get you enough ketones to put you in ketosis within an hour. Most people do keto diets to gain ketosis, which takes 3 to 4 days. This one, within an hour. Now, what does that mean when you're in ketosis? It means every calorie that you burn is burned from your fat, not the sugar and carbs that's shoved in your body. Now, obviously, if you eat way too much, you're gonna counteract this thing. But if you do your daily 8-hour day, eat like a normal person, the daily 2,000 calories that you burn will go directly from your fat. In other words, you will have a skinny man's metabolism for the duration that you drink it. It's that simple. But you have to be in a caloric deficit. Yes, I get it. Being in ketosis gets you the metabolism to burn more calories to be in a caloric deficit, like skinny people who eat an entire gallon of ice cream and wake up the next day exactly the same. Now, if you want to try it, check it out in my thingy. Help me help you. The average is around 6 to 8 pounds in about 10 days. I'm not joking. The only reason I am saying this and the only reason I'm sponsored is because I finally found something that works through my many years of chubbiness. So try it or don't try it. Totally up to you. But if you don't have time to go to the gym and you want to lose weight, I suggest giving this a shot. It's worth it in my opinion, but don't just take my word for it. Try it yourself.
Oh my god, he's so insufferable. The only note I made is, this is annoying and this is wrong. Drinking that supplement, it's a glorified supplement, or as I like to call it, a glorified pre-workout. It's gonna give you energy. suppress your appetite a bit, possibly. It does not put you in ketosis in an hour. The only reason that you would possibly think that is that if you take one of the keto test little pee sticks, you're peeing out the supplement. So that's why you would think that. If this product actually worked and put you into ketosis within an hour, and you could still eat whatever you wanted, everyone in that company, with how much they drink it and use these products, they would be looking like they were sculpted by God with 0% body fat. And that is not the case. Not fat shaming. That's not judging someone's body. That is a fact. There's no way that would be possible. Not everyone in this company or who uses the products, one, they're not in ketosis unless they've actually, done the keto diet. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Just please be healthy. Consult with your doctor because not everyone should do a keto diet. Also, telling someone that they can lose weight and lose fat without working out and without eating not garbage is very unethical, wrong, stupid, and offensive. It's just the worst. And he's saying, I'm only sponsored because it works. No, you're sponsored because you're making money from it. That's why. Like, for instance, with any of my sponsors, yeah, I do use the products. I like the company. I like working with them. Would I be talking about Babble in a video or, Scentbird in a video or whoever other of my, normal sponsors I have? Would I be talking about them in a video if I wasn't sponsored by them? Probably not. Would I still use their products? Yeah, probably. But you're doing an ad read or a sponsored post because you are sponsored by them, because you're making money. That's why. It's okay to say that. Also, I don't know if he's actually sponsored by Pruvit or if he is a distributor for them. I think he's a distributor for them because I've never seen an MLM do a sponsorship like that with social media influencers without them being distributors. Obviously there's Herbalife and Amway and stuff like that does like corporate sponsorships. You'll see their banners at sporting events or there's Amway Arena or whatever, and Herbalife is all over Cristiano Ronaldo's fine. But still, you get what I mean. All right, so this has copyrighted music, so I'm going to ask Ethan very, very kindly to put really spooky music over this. This is Mandy Sue Styles, the Monat rep that we have seen confirmed by her own self and the things that she posts. An anti-masker, anti-vaxxer, from what it seems like xenophobic, possibly racist, 100% fat phobic, which is hilarious because she's not this the skinniest person, So this says, hate to burst your bubble, but you heard Monat makes your hair fall out. That's interesting. I have so much hair. Oh my God. 3 million VIP customers using our products today. Monat ships more than 4 million products per month. That's more than 700,000 packages. Doesn't mean that it doesn't make some people's hair fall out. Two things can be true at once. It definitely doesn't make your hair fall out. Did she spell definitely wrong? That's a hard word to spell, just like restaurant. Whenever Tony and I get in an argument, I'm like, yeah, we'll spell restaurant. Do that with your significant other. Oh my God, she didn't say definitely, she said defiantly. So not only does it not make your hair fall out, but it's openly resistant to not making your hair fall out. I mean, we all make typos, but I think you heard wrong. Oh my God, you dummy. I hate to burst your bubble, but wherever and whenever these weird assumptions floated the internet, it was all very untrue. 7 years later, I still have hair on my head. In fact, more than I've ever had, because you have extensions, don't you? If you see me in person, come get a handful and feel the density. Don't do that. Don't touch other people. I encourage each of you to test it yourself. If you need help figuring out on your own personal hair cocktail, let's chat, DM me, vote. This is such a toxic person, to defiantly say that everyone who ever said that Monat made their hair fall out was lying. That's so rude. And it's also just false. It has 1,000,000% made people's hair fall out. Does it make everyone's hair fall out? No. But it has, yes, made people's hair fall out. There have been multiple class action lawsuits regarding that. Some of them have been settled. Some of them have not been. And there are still current open lawsuits with Monat. They can say all day long, oh, Monat won every lawsuit. I don't know why I just went full country, but no, they haven't. Also, settling a lawsuit doesn't mean you won. It means no one won. It means it was settled. There are active lawsuits against Monat. There are active ones against their parent company as well. So check out the ones against the parent company because technically it's not against Monat. It's about the other one. What is it? Alicora, something like that. So it's not technically against Monat, but it's that company owns Monat. So yeah, it is. What are you talking about? Okay, here's my best friend.
Shame on you for not helping people, because I was the girl who was literally stuck in a situation. I was the girl that was making everybody proud except for myself. I was the girl who had the good job and everyone's talking about my 401k and everybody's talking about my benefits, and I'm sitting behind a desk and I'm miserable and I'm broke and my money's getting smaller every single month and nobody presented me the opportunity. And so shame on you for people who think, oh, it's not that big of a deal.
Why were people talking about your 401k and your benefits? Who's doing that? That's very weird. There has never been a time when I've gotten a job and people are talking about the benefits that I have. Like, that's weird, right? Now, I've had, like, my parents or, like, Tony's parents be like, we're proud of y'all for doing well, but never like, oh my God, we're so happy you have health insurance and that you have a savings account.
Really big deal that I happened to go on Google and Google at-home businesses, and shame on everybody who was in network marketing 11 and a half, 12 years ago who never presented me an opportunity. And I don't want that to be you.
Shame on everyone who didn't take advantage of me because I lived in my mom's basement and she was about to kick me out because we don't have a good relationship and I wasn't paying money and it was flooded and I had no friends and blah, 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 and I hated my job. Girl, calm down. The whole, like, I picked myself up by my bootstraps. You can't pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Like, look up that the origin of that saying and then have a few seats and you will defiantly be quiet.
And I don't want you to pass that up. And I don't want you to think about those people and go, oh, it's not that big of a deal. They wouldn't even say yes to me. You have no idea. You have no idea who needs this. You have no idea who needs to make a little bit or a lot of it. But everybody needs something. If you're a good person, you recruit. And that might sound crazy to some of you, but there are people who need help. The economy is about to do some weird stuff. And you don't know people who need a couple $100s a month, or quite frankly, tens of thousands of dollars a month, or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and you have the opportunity and you're out there resting on your laurels.
How dare you not take advantage of your family and friends? How dare you not try to recruit everyone in your inner circle and people who you don't even know on the internet? How dare you? How dare you not obliterate your entire social circle, your family and friends, so that you can financially benefit off of them? No, Jessie Lee Ward, how dare you and other people in network marketing who mislead others, who are struggling, who are just looking for a way out, who are just looking for hope and change. How dare you recruit them into a false opportunity and an industry where, per the FTC, the average profit is $0 and most people lose money? How dare you do that? Stop trying to disguise your egotistical, unethical, greedy, and you recruiting people as altruistic, because that is not what it is. If you didn't make money off of the people you were recruiting, if you didn't make money by recruiting, you would not recruit. You are taking advantage of people for your own financial gain. Point blank, period. Also, if she's so good at business and so good at marketing, she or whoever she hired, let's be honest, someone who's probably working for free, proofread those captions. She said resting on your morals, and it says resting on your laurels. Who's Laurel? Who is that? But she's so good at social media. Okay, one of y'all sent me this, and it was so weird. It has copyrighted music. Again, Ethan, do your thing. Put some hilarious music. Maybe some clown music this time. But it says, tonight I canceled our team call. I am tired of them not getting paid more. Decided to launch calls based on income level instead. So you're restricting your team's access to you. How are you gonna say that you're tired of your downline not getting paid enough, not making enough money? What? Like, how is you canceling a call gonna affect that? Why wouldn't you have a call and go over recruiting stuff with them? Because that's how they make money. This is so weird. Also, just like the smile the whole time and the turns and all that is so strange. Girl, this is so weird. Giving more of my time and intention. And now she's caressing her pregnant belly. They gave me permission to take 2 months off when baby gets here. Your downline gave you permission for you to take off? How does any of this have to do with anything? This is so weird. Also, you know what else you could do? If you had a normal job, or let's just say traditional job, or actually owned your own business and worked for yourself, you could schedule things out and that, like for instance, if that ever happens with us, I'm gonna schedule out enough to where I'm probably gonna be able to take off like 4 months. Also, I will be working for myself, so I could have maybe 2 days or maybe one day a week where I have like Tony's mom come over or something, or one of our moms, and watch the baby while I get work done the entire day and just batch film, and then like have one day where I batch film and then one day where I do like interviews and other stuff. Like that's what it's like working actually for yourself and running your own organization, your own business, your own brand, whatever. Or on the flip side, if you actually had a traditional job where you have benefits, you could have paid maternity leave. Some companies do, some don't. Sometimes it's your PTO, but then also you would have short-term disability benefits to where you're getting, what is it, like 40%, 30%, something like that. So it's at least like something. It's better than nothing. Is she a Disney princess or like Super Saiyan? What is this like Kamehameha, like spirit? Well, no, that would be a spirit bomb, but like what's happening? I don't understand. You are all my greatest gift in life. Wouldn't your baby be your greatest gift? Like, what are you doing? Thank you for being you. She, like, I really think she thinks she's like a Disney princess with all this, like, Kamehameha. It's time to let go and grow forward together, but not the people who aren't making enough money because they can't talk to you, so they can't grow. I'm tired of my team not making enough money, so the people who aren't doing enough, I don't speak to them. Time for them to let go and grow. 2023, we decided to be legends. That makes no sense. What does that mean? Can you imagine how hilarious it would have been to watch her film that? Her just... a little Shooter McGavin action. Like, could you imagine how funny it would have been to watch her do that with probably no music playing and in just total silence? That would have been amazing. I would pay her money to see that. Oh, thank God they did the caption. Okay. Tonight I canceled our team call and made a new commitment. When I say I'm surrounded by the best, I am. We have the most incredible humans in our organization. That's the caption? Ma'am, it doesn't make sense. It just sounds like you gave up or are completely excluding people at the bottom of your organization. And those are the people who continue to have you grow. Like, those are the people. The new recruits are the reason why you're able to take off time when your baby gets here. Congratulations to her. She is absolutely beautiful. And I hope that she has a very safe pregnancy, not a long, like, labor. Obviously, everyone's labor is, like, a little bit long, but, like, pushing-wise, happy, healthy baby and mama for sure. But this is hilarious, and I need to see her go, like, this way more. We need more of that, please. All right, so in one of my last videos, we went into an awakened call, the MLM, that is just out of control. And in the chat of that Zoom call, we saw a chat little response thing that said, 10 people, recruiting 10 people, recruiting 10 people, that's 10,000 a month. And I was thinking, like, you're gonna run out of people in the world. And then I even said, if you can do math, put it in the comments, because I don't do math so good. And one of you sent me today, and I love you so much for sending this to me. Thank you so much. I'm going to respect your privacy and not, like, call you out publicly, but you are amazing. How many generations before we exceed Earth's population? A handy sheet for those who don't math easily. I love you so much. You're my favorite person in the world. It says you, always one, no touchies. How many people on each team, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so and I'm sure there's like formulas and all that stuff in here too, and that's why they did that. Intern number of people on your team, blah, blah, blah. So I'm obsessed with this. This is going to be a great tool for me to use because people, make it seem like, oh, if you recruit 5 and then they recruit 5 and then they recruit 5 and them and blah, 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 blah. Like, it's so easy. And it's like, there's not that many people in the world. Like, what are you doing? So this shows you recruit 3, they recruit 3, they recruit 3, so on and so forth. By the 21st generation, that's more people than people in the world. Like, okay, and then the 21 is 10. So that is insane. And then, but wait, what if they say this? Oh, but my company, you only need 2 legs of 2 people, aka stacking. We talk about that a good bit. That's like Q Sciences and iGenius. And then I believe IM Academy, possibly too. That one, it would be the 32nd generation is where you would run out of people in the world. And also keep in mind that it's less than that, because your MLM isn't available in every country. Not everyone is over 18. And then also there's people who were like 80 years old that you probably can't recruit. There's people that like don't use that type of product or don't have a need for it or like just can't. You could recruit them. You should not, but you could. Everyone can be sold, but not everyone should. And that's the ethical aspect of it. So it's just very interesting. Yeah. So thank you to whoever made this. I love that so much. Yeah, it's just wild. I will be absolutely using this. It's just so interesting. And I appreciate so much when y'all send me like that. It's so nerdy, so visual. I love it. And I love you. And also, please remember to stay spicy, that you are valuable, your feelings are valid, and that you are so important. Okay, please subscribe. We just hit 95,000, hoping that we hit like 97,000 by the end of the year. I know a few of you have gotten upset that I'm like, we're probably not going to make it to 100,000 by the end of the year, and like have literally yelled at me about it and been like, don't say that, you might. And I'm like, I'm just being realistic, probably not, and a bit of a pessimist too, but it's okay if not. I'm super thankful for y'all. And for anyone who watches my videos, if you want to be a part of helping me reach that additional 5,000, have your spouse subscribe. Tell your bestie to subscribe. Share my videos. I would appreciate it so much. I find like the coolest people by other people sharing my video, or by other people sharing videos of like podcasts they like or videos that they like. So feel free to share my videos. I appreciate you. Have a great day, night, weekend whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.